What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and click that subscribe button. I hope you like this video. This is my last word on anything dealing with R. Kelly. I hope I don't never speak this motherfucker's name again in my life, and I mean that with all the sincerity in my heart. Um, what I want to focus on, I'm not. I didn't even mean to do this, y'all. All right. I looked at the last two episodes. I had been doing one review per episode, but for this, I just looked at the last two episodes because I was like, I'm not going to keep dragging this out. I just cannot. What I do want to say is we have to stop blaming the victims. We just have to. We've got to stop talking about, but what about the parents? We got to stop talking about, oh, these girls were this or these girls were that. Even because the last two episodes, we sort of got into some area where people who want to find an excuse were able to find an excuse. Oh, those parents, oh, who lets their child go up on stage with a predator? Who she was at the trial and defending him. Now all of a sudden she a victim. No, no, no. When are people going to understand that this man is a master manipulator? And one of the things that the father said towards the end of the last episode was, if you want to understand the playbook, go look at one of these old pimp movies. Go look at, I'm telling y'all, the documentary that came out, like I think like in the early 90s. What was it called? Shit. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The pimp documentary that came out. And it showed the whole process of how to break a woman and how to get a woman. And these weren't just women on the street. These were women who came from good homes and nice neighborhoods and all that other good stuff. But it's a mental thing. And it's not going to be all women. But somebody like a R. Kelly knows how to identify the type of woman. Again, another one of the victims who she was 35 years old. She didn't stay as long as the 19-year-olds and the 17-year-olds who were with him 6-7 years. It only took her a little bit of time for her to be like, oh, nah, hell nah. But she fell victim temporarily. You see what I'm saying? And she said she had been in a marriage with infidelity, so when R. Kelly was honest with her about the fact that she wasn't going to be the only one, she was like, well, I appreciated his honesty. Sometimes it don't take much. Stop blaming the victims. Because even if you found yourself in a situation, a vulnerable situation, and you chose not to go down that road, that doesn't mean that the next person wasn't a victim. That doesn't mean that because you saw this and you went left and you didn't go down that road, it doesn't mean that the next person is not going to fall victim to it. And it doesn't make that person a bad person. They just have different experiences that created a situation that made them more vulnerable to a certain thing. You know, the parents were just trying to get their daughter. They had a talented daughter who had who wanted to be a singer, and they found what they thought was an opportunity. Especially the couple where they were like, we were gonna be with her. We went down to that hotel in Florida and acted a damn fool and knocked on every damn door till security came and got them. Like, these aren't deadbeat parents. These are parents that maybe didn't make decisions that you would make, but they weren't deadbeats. They said, hey, all right, my daughter can go and work with R. Kelly, but one of us is going to be with her at all times. And he played cool until she turned 18 years old. Yeah, they acted a fool with the sister, but they scared the sister into not saying nothing. Now, this is what I'm going to say about, nope, I'm not going to do it. 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 I'm not going to criticize nobody. Nope, 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 nope. Stop blaming the victim. See, I almost did it just then. I almost found a butt. I almost found a, but nope. Stop blaming the victims. What I hope this does, the long term goal, short term goal, what have you. What I hope this does is that this totally cancels R. Kelly. period. I hope that, we as people can say, people keep saying, oh, black people are so forgiving, da 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 da. It ain't just black people. It ain't just black people. It's just people when you have something that they want, which is more important than what they feel like you're guilty of, we find excuses and we find ways around it. People are doing it right now with Donald Trump. The people who support Donald Trump, it's not a goddamn thing you can say about Donald Trump that they're gonna believe. They don't care. They don't care. Same thing with Nixon, with Watergate. It wasn't until the tapes came out and they heard it for themselves that they were like, oh, I guess he is guilty. You had people testifying one right after the other that Nixon did this and Nixon did that and Nixon said this, and people were steadily going, I don't believe it. They just trying to get him caught up. And like Charlemagne the God, who I'm no fan of, but the one thing Charlemagne the God said was, people keep acting like they don't want to believe the victims. What the fuck they got to gain by lying? What these women went and told their story knowing that people were going to ostracize them. What reason do they have to lie? Ask yourself that. What reason do these, and if you listen to these women's stories, all of these women had the same story. Call me daddy, wouldn't let me eat, control me, wouldn't let me talk to my family, kept me separate from everybody. Like, everybody's not lying on this man. Everybody's not lying. But there are still people defending this, looking for the excuse. Well, those parents, well, that mother, well, this, that, but that. Looking for a reason to continue to step in the name of love. That 3 minutes on the dance floor is more important than a girl's life to you? Really? Really? With all of this that's out, my hope my hope is that this will be enough for them. They can't charge him on the same thing they charged him with before, because one, the statute of limitations is probably run out on any of those old charges, but two, double jeopardy applies. But there's so many other things that I feel like they could charge him with, and the fact that he's established residences in other places, Atlanta, Florida, Chicago, LA, those are just some of the cities that they said that he had these girls. And granted, he's slick enough to wait until these girls are the age of consent. But if there's any situation where those girls tried to leave and he didn't let them, it is now kidnapping. And if they can put OJ Simpson in jail, if y'all, he went to jail for just not letting somebody leave a hotel room. He ain't have a gun. He ain't put a knife to their throat. He just stood in front of the door and wouldn't let them leave. And that's what they got him kidnapped. That technically was enough for them to charge him with kidnapping. If they can charge somebody for kidnapping just because they won't let them leave a hotel room that they voluntarily went into, I think they could charge R. Kelly with some shit. I just think they could get real creative and find something. What you think? The one thing that the employee said, the one that was disguised, that I thought was interesting. They said, I couldn't tell if it was a man or a woman. I tend to think it was a woman, but I couldn't tell if it was a man or a woman. But the employee said that he judged the girls, he or she. Said that, I felt like the girls were stupid for letting themselves, be treated like that. So I didn't have any sympathy for them at first. When I first started working there, no, I participated in it. Yeah, I did what R. Kelly told me to do. He was paying my bills. And I thought the girls were stupid, because that's what a lot of people do. A lot of people, because what I just say, they blame the victim. Please don't. Let's, if we can do nothing else with this, let's just move forward. And because that is why women, mostly women, it's not just women, but that's why so many women and men just don't come forward, because they know nobody's going to believe them. And and that's what the accuser said. I mean, the perpetrator says to them, nobody's going to believe you. You don't think that R. Kelly has used that line a million times? He said, they had me on videotape and I didn't go to jail. What you think going to happen to you? Think about that. They had me on videotape and I beat it. You think they gonna believe you? Stop blaming the victim. That's all I got for this. R. Kelly gets no more of my energy, time, attention, money, not on purpose. The sad thing is he done wrote so many songs and so many hits. Hell, he might be getting our money and we don't even know it. But it is what it is. It won't be no more with R. Kelly name on the front of it. I can tell you that. Y'all have a great evening. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.